Hello everyone, and welcome to Athens, the birthplace of democracy, philosophy, and some seriously funny-looking statues if you ask me. I'm so excited to be your virtual tour guide today as we explore this ancient city and uncover some of its hidden and hilarious gems. Now I know what you're thinking, Athens. Isn't that all just like ruins and stuff? And to that I say yes. Gloriously old, crumbly ruins with a side-splitting twist. We're talking about the kind of places that'll have you laughing so hard, your sides will think they're back in a chariot race. So buckle up, grab your sense of humor, and maybe a plate of souvlaki. And get ready to discover the top 5 funniest places to visit in Athens. Trust me, you'll be saying "Opa" to laughter in no time. All right, let's kick things off with the big kahuna, the Acropolis. This ancient citadel is perched high above the city like a history textbook come to life. You've got the Parthenon, the Erechtheion, those iconic columns. It's all very impressive, really. But you know what they didn't have back in ancient Greece? Selfie sticks. Can you imagine trying to capture the perfect Instagram shot with a toga and a chisel? Hold on, Socrates, let me just get the right angle for my hash. Ancient Greece adventures. Speaking of the Parthenon, this temple is basically the Beyoncé of ancient architecture. Iconic, timeless, and always up for a good photo op. I mean, this thing has been standing for over 2,500 years. Can you believe it? That's longer than my last relationship, longer than my attention span, longer than it takes me to assemble IKEA furniture. Seriously, the ancient Greeks really knew what they were doing when it came to construction. Next up, we're taking a stroll through the charming neighborhood of Plaka. This place is a maze of narrow streets, colorful buildings, and shops selling everything from traditional sandals to I got lost in Plaka, and all I got was this lousy t-shirts. And speaking of getting lost, I actually managed to do just that during my last visit. I swear those streets are like a real-life game of Pac-Man. But instead of ghosts, you're dodging tourists and trying not to trip over stray cats. Now, let's talk about the Temple of Olympian Zeus. This place is massive. It's like the ancient Greek equivalent of a mega mansion, complete with towering columns that would make even the most extravagant Kardashian jealous. I can just imagine Zeus lounging around up there, throwing grapes at mortals and shouting, "Do you know who I am? I'm Zeus, king of the gods!" Get ready to travel back in time and maybe crack a smile at the National Archaeological Museum. This place is jam-packed with ancient artifacts, from pottery and jewelry to sculptures that make Michelangelo look like a preschool art project. But be warned, some of these relics are so old they make your dad's joke. No trip to Athens is complete without a visit to Syntagma Square, the city's bustling central plaza. It's a great place to people-watch, soak up the atmosphere, and witness the famous changing of the guard ceremony. Now, I don't want to offend any Greek soldiers, but the whole synchronized marching thing with the pom-poms on their shoes, well, what is that all about? Prepare to channel your inner Socrates at the ancient Agora, the heart of ancient Athenian democracy. This was the place where philosophers debated, politicians argued, and citizens gathered to discuss the issues of the day. I can just imagine the scene. Order! We shall now debate the merits of olives versus fig. For breathtaking views and a good leg workout, head to the top of Mount Lycabettus. You can hike, take the cable car, or if you're feeling really ambitious, try riding a donkey up there. Just be prepared to break a sweat. And maybe your funny bone when you see tourists trying to navigate the steep paths, and calling all sports fans and fans of fashion faux pas. The Panathenaic Stadium is where the first modern Olympic Games were held, back in 1896. It's a truly historic site, even if the athletes' uniforms back then were a little questionable. Seriously, have you seen those long johns and handlebar moustaches? It's a good thing athletic performance has improved since then, because those outfits were definitely not winning any medals in the style department. Last but not least, we're wrapping things up at the Baki Museum. This eclectic museum has a little bit of everything: Greek art, historical artifacts, even a collection of vintage toys. I'm not sure how they decided what to put on display, but it's like someone raided a particularly interesting attic and decided, let's make a museum out of it. Well, there you have it, folks, the top 5 funniest places to visit in Athens. From ancient ruins that'll have you cracking up to museums that are more quirky than classroom, this city is a gold mine of laughter. So what are you waiting for? Book that flight, pack your bags and your sense of humor, and get ready to experience Athens in all its hilarious glory. And don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment below with your favorite funny travel stories, and subscribe to my channel for more side-splitting adventures around the globe. Until next time, keep laughing.